controversial lease of 5 buses to transfer passengers within the airport at a monthly cost of 11 million shillings was awarded without revelation of the full cost of implications of the deal. The tender committee curiously went ahead to appoint a negotiation team but barred it from discussing costs of the award as the board of directors had already approved the tender.
These 5 apron buses, leased from Relief and Mission Logistics Limited to ferry passengers to and from flights within the airport, became a subject of a parliamentary probe after President Uhuru Kenyatta raised a red flag over the lease's prohibitive cost. 4 airport staff who were last month suspended for 3 months by the Kenya Airports Authority Board were grilled by members of the National Assembly's Committee on Transport to shed more light on the controversial deal.
There was an evaluation committee that had evaluated the tender and recommended Relief and Mission to be awarded the contract. And the board of directors approved that we should outsource the business of procuring, maintaining, and operating the apron buses.
When the authority's tender committee formed a negotiations team to scrutinize the deal, the team recommended that the contract should be stopped since the authority lacked sufficient budget to implement the project. That proposal was rejected, and the negotiations team accused of overstepping its mandate. A second expanded team was formed that included 4 members of the tender committee with strict instruction not to review the award or delve into budgetary issues.
By the time the first negotiation committee was being appointed, the tender committee had already awarded the contract to the successful bidder.
Were you told to negotiate the price?
No, we were not told to negotiate on the price.
You were not told to negotiate the price. So what was your role? After all, the tender had been awarded.
We were not supposed to discuss on the bid price because it had already been awarded.
But the way the tender was done, it was not broken down into a bill of quantities. And thus, the tender committee felt that we needed to understand whether the bidder had incorporated all the aspects which we required in the tender.
Kenya Airports Authority Company Secretary Victor Arika, who is equally suspended following the scandal, found himself in a tight spot as members probed the deal.
In terms of drafting of the procurement contract, we actually adhered to the tender document.
It was after you had been interdicted that they inserted illegal things. Is that what you are saying?
I need to know.
Is it the same one? Is this the same contract?
Kenya Airports Authority Managing Director Lucy Mbugwa and Finance General Manager John Thumbi, who are on suspension for 3 months over the apron bus deal, will be grilled by the committee Thursday next week. Patrick Amimo, KTN.